We are staying on top of breaking news this morning. A Georgia judge says Fulton County DA Fani Willis or Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade must step aside from former President Trump's election interference case. This all stems from the romance Willis and Wade had, which the judge has called a lapse in judgment. NewsNation's Elizabeth Pran is live for us in Atlanta with a breakdown of what all of this means. Elizabeth, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, so we've started to really digest those 23 pages. The judge really didn't leave any stone unturned. He talked about the appearance of conflict. He talked about a timeline. He talked about the money trail. And he talked about the choices that the district attorney can take going forward. So let's start with that initial piece, because there's a lot of intentionality here. This is really a macro view for it. It's like the big takeaway, right, Kelly? So it says the court finds the allegations and evidence legally insufficient to support a finding of an actual conflict of interest. That is why, at this point, we are not reporting her being disqualified, right? That actual conflict of interest. However, the appearance of impropriety remains and must be handled as previously outlined before the prosecution can proceed. What does he mean by that? Well, he gave her a choice. He said essentially she can recuse herself, and therefore all of those years that she put together this case will be halted, or she could remove Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. What does that look like? Well, now she only has 2 special prosecutors on the case. She has a total of 36 charges. Remember, earlier this week she had 41. She has 36. So what does she do going forward? Does she prosecute the case with just those 2 special prosecutors and with just the 36 charges? The ball is in her court. Let's digest some of the other pieces of this motion. And page 9, this is very scathing. It gives you an indication that he disapproves of her behavior. The finding is by no means an indication that the court condones this tremendous lapse in judgment or the unprofessional manner of the district attorney's testimony during the evidentiary hearing. Why is that so important? Because he's saying, I see you. You know, I hear what you're saying. What he is saying, however, is the defense didn't prove that an actual conflict of interest occurred. So that's a key point here. Let's talk about the financial points of this. As I mentioned, the defense did not have proof, but he said in part that the testimony from the defense did not prove she was using the hiring of Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade to provide financial gain as a motivating factor to the litigation. So that is where the defense came up short. He's saying, I see you, I see the allegations, I see the relationship. Where is the proof that this is the causation and the motivating factor to litigate a former president on these RICO charges? Let's go to page 15. Page 15 addresses the timeline of this relationship. If you remember, we spent hours digesting the testimony from Terrence Bradley. He is a friend, a former defense attorney, and in so many in theory, had a key to prove this timeline. The judge basically said, I don't care about the timeline. He said, even if the romantic relationship began after Wade's initial contract in November of 2021, the DA chose to continue supervising and paying Wade while maintaining such a relationship. She further allowed the regular and loose exchange of money between them without any exact or verifiable measure of reconciliation. So what he's saying is, yes, you said everything was split. You said everything was in cash, but there's no proof of that. And what is he saying? It doesn't look good, right? This is an advocate for a fair and impartial justice system. These are officials that are funded by taxpayer dollars. He wants it to be on the up and up. And if you read between the tea leaves, that's exactly what he is saying here. We have reached out to Ashley Merchant. She is one of the lead defense attorneys. We are waiting to hear back. We have gotten comment from Steve Sadow. He is another counsel for President Trump in this defense case, and he writes in part, while respecting the court's decision, we believe that the court did not afford appropriate significance to the prosecutorial misconduct of Willis and Wade, including the financial benefits, testifying untruthfully about the personal relationship under oath, and he went on to criticize her behavior. Now, what happens from here going forward? We need to wait to hear from the district attorney's office. We've reached out to them. You can imagine the influx of media interest. What does she do going forward? She has those 36 charges. She wanted to try the former president in August. That's hugely unlikely. She needs to either dismiss herself from the whole case, which is a very unlikely option, dismiss Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, and then let the public know. Is she going to be prosecuting the case with those 36 charges? Will she file an appeal to include those solicitation violations?
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.